And we're
Yes,
live.
finally we're live. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
Hi guys.
This is Val.
And this is Kathy,
And
and
we're
we're
the
the
Valunaire
Valunaire couple.
couple.
And we teach people the value of money and relationship to live life abundantly.
Yan. So again, maraming salamat for tuning in with us this afternoon. Of course, gaya ng sinabi namin dun sa past 3 episodes, no?
Us too?
Past two
Mhm.
episode. This is our third episode for Foursome with the Valunaire couple. And right now, we've actually thought about introducing a different format for the Valunaire couple's Real Talk Thursday.
Yes.
Right? Of course, for quite some time, you've been hearing Kathy and I talk about love, relationship, money, even life purpose.
Yes.
Na kaming dalawa lang lagi yung naririnig ninyo. But of course, we wanted to present to you, or at least to also open this session for other couples, in fact, mga power couples who can actually give insights on how they're actually relating with each other. At the same time, how they are also managing their finances. So for this afternoon,
Correct. Ayan. So for this afternoon, we're so blessed to have this young couple. I believe they have a name already in the social media. They are media influencers as well, and they got married. Mamaya tanungin natin kung ilang months na or years na ba sila. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Jan and Adeline Ocampo of The Present. Ayan. Hello, guys.
Hello. Good afternoon.
So much for saying yes. Ayan. So you can greet your viewers and probably some of your friends also who are also watching us right now. Go ahead, Jan. Kaya magbisaya.
So hello sa lahat, no, to all those who are watching us live or maybe on the replay. And this session is going to be a little bit different sa akin because parang relationship siya ish. I mean, you know, parang it's good. It's good to share and do things like that. So hello sa lahat.
Hello. Ayan. And thank you so much for saying yes. Medyo this is like a short notice, but at the same time, Adeline, I'm sure, no, most of the time kasi it's really Jan who's really the talker, no, and you are at the background or the back office. But right now, both of you are here and would love to chat with you, especially since yun nga, newly married, and I'm sure there's a lot of things that we can also learn from you guys being a new couple, no? So, game na ba kayo sa ating chikahan this afternoon?
Yeah. Game. Go.
Game na daw. So ito talaga, chikahan lang ito, no? Kwentuhan lang. Siyempre, since kwentuhan, meron tayong mga tanungan. But of course, aside from the questions that we've prepared for you guys, again, on love and money, baka yung mga viewers natin, meron din silang mga gustong itanong sa ating mga guest power couples, no? You can just type in your questions in the comment below so that we can read it later on, diba? Or kung meron kayong mga insights din dun sa sasabihin nila, you're very much welcome to express your insights by typing in your comments.
Yes, and maganda kasi we're using StreamYard. You can show your names and your question or probably your comments. So kung gusto niyo magpa-shoutout, mag-comment kayo, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Makita namin yung mga comments ninyo. All right? So Jan and Adeline, tama ba ang pag-pronounce ko, Ads? Adeline? All right? Ang ganda kasi ng name, no? Sige, simulan natin. How long have you been married and or in a relationship? Ayan, kasi alam ko nga na medyo college sweethearts ata kayo or high school ba? So, sige, pakwentuhin ko na si Ads. Go ahead, Ads.
High school sweethearts actually.
Oh, wow.
High school, yes. Then we've been 12 years na kami together, tapos 2 years na in marriage.
Wow. Anong difference ba nung high school sweethearts and right now married na talaga, no? Living in the same roof.
Mas relax yung high school, definitely walang iniisip.
Akala ko baliktad.
More on assignments, mga seat work, mga quizzes, exams. Pagkatapos nun, wala na, relax ka na. Pero ngayon, it's like 24/7 we're thinking of something, especially right now that we have businesses that we're operating.
Wow.
So it has evolved over time, but kaya nga nagiging stronger.
Wow.
Gusto ko yung stronger na yan.
Diba? So at least hindi superficial lang yung pagsasama ninyo, 'di ba? Kasi definitely during high school medyo parang chami-chami, ganyan, 'di ba? Parang everything's romance. Ngayon yata parang
real life na
na, 'di ba? Expectations versus reality ba?
yan yung gusto ko mapag-usapan natin kasi syempre nandiyan na yung budgeting, 'di ba? Budgeting sa household expenses and everything. And lalo na pag newly married, nandiyan yung mga challenges in life. Pero bago tayo dun sa real life, dun muna tayo sa yung favorite memory nyo of you guys dating, diba? Kasi I'm sure sa 12 years, tama ba? 12 years plus 2 or 10 plus 2?
10 plus 2.
Ayan, so 10 plus 2. Kung sino yung mga kakapasok lang, hindi po siya lotto number, no? So it's 10 months, 10 years na mag-boyfriend, girlfriend, and then almost 2 years na of getting married. So guys, si John na lang, ano yung pinaka-favorite memory of you guys dating?
Actually, a lot.
Ba?
Marami. The true story talaga is that we started out as friends. And then she was like into a different person. I was also like into a different person. Pero nagkaroon lang ng bridge in a way na yung person that I like, which is somehow friend, tapos the person that she somehow likes is my friend. Yun yung start ng relationship. So eventually, it was coming from a perspective na friends talaga. And eventually nag-transition into a parang iba na yung nararamdaman natin. So yung mga date moments marami, especially nung high school. I would say the most and frequent memory namin is we keep going to McDo. Sa McDo kami nagde-date usually. From Davao Christian kasi and Gaisano Mall malapit lang. So
tama.
There sa McDonald's. And we watch movies also like every weekend most of the time. At tapos nag-uusap lang about random topics.
Nice.
And ayun. Yun ang mga and mag-saysay park.
Pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, mag-saysay park. We had a tree doon. Na talaga namin yung pangalan namin doon, but we recently visited it around 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Wala na. So yun ang mga magandang memories. For me.
The same ba kay Ads or meron pang ibang memory si Ads na favorite niya during you guys when you were still dating?
Yeah, I think yun man talaga I think doon na-start talaga yung foundation namin in dating sa sa magsaysay park, nag-aaral, nag-picnic, ganyan. So yun.
Yun talaga.
Nice, no?
Yeah, so very interesting, no? The reason kung bakit syempre namin tinatanong yan, kami personally as a couple, you might be surprised, trivia ito, hindi kami dumaan ng boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I actually went straight to proposing to Kathy. She went straight saying yes to my proposal. So we never experienced that kind of dating during courtship, no? That's why ngayon ini-explore namin yan for the past 18 years, ini-explore namin yung mga dating. So ngayon pa lang kami boyfriend and girlfriend. 18 years na kami boyfriend and girlfriend.
Kasi we were also friends talaga. I called Val Kuya Val at that time, no? So kumbaga it's good that your marriage, your relationship started out as friends because, there was no pressure. 'Di ba? And siguro yung next question ko sa inyong dalawa, no, parang paano niyo nalaman na okay, this is the right person na for me na, 'di ba, since you've been dating and you've been friends for a long time, parang paano mo nalaman diyan na si Ads na talaga yung magiging perfect partner for me?
Ang forever.
Forever. Sige. So, sige nga. So what's good about the relationship is yun nga, we started out as friends, tapos from high school to college, iba na rin yung nagiging challenges, iba yung nagiging circle of friends. And when we transitioned into college, that's also the time that we got ourselves into network marketing. Because of network marketing, maraming nagiging mga personal development trainings.
Yes.
And how I know you guys before, right? Discovery, the breakthrough.
Yes.
So doon. And what happened was we had a strong, parang ang nangyari kasi is like everything was a little bit fast track or fast forward. We were exposed to different people, from college friends to like professionals in the network marketing industry, from personal development trainers, and parang naging interested kami doon sa ganun na bagay. And when we were working na, tapos when we were studying at the same time working, tapos we started our own business na rin, it's easy for us to communicate, to comprehend one another because sa nangyari rin sa mga experiences in the past.
Yes.
So parang it's like, ang kulang na lang, it's like we're acting as if we're married, but it's just hindi pa siya legally. Ng proposal, ng ceremony, legit na, okay, it's like we're taking it to the next level. So, yun yung para sa akin na somehow logically, I don't know why, but logically, it makes sense. But emotionally, ever since, yung high school pa kami, we were also thinking about the marriage thing, even if when we were back. Pero parang puppy love yung tinatawag. Hindi pa masyado practical yung mga na-imagine namin before. Pero it's like when we decided to get married and then we look back to where we were, it's like everything is connected ba? So yun, parang it makes sense sa akin na okay, sige, let's let's do this. Ganun nga.
Yeah, because being friends for 10 years or somehow meron kayong relationship, parang medyo that's the, sabi mo nga dyan, di ba, logical reason na, uy, let's tie the knot, di ba? But some people, they still end up, breaking up because na-realize nila na, okay, pang friends na lang pala talaga kami. But you guys, you really sealed the deal, no? And that's like almost 2 years ago. So, Ads, ikaw naman yung tanungin ko. What do you love about Jan? Na bakit of all people, no? I'm sure naging naman talaga, matagal naman talaga yung relationship. Pero what about him that you love the most? Yeah, okay.
Parang napainom ka agad ng tubig sa si Jan.
I think, kasi he keeps me accountable and he keeps me responsible with the things that I do. Kasi siya ang nagpa-mature sa akin, kumbaga siya nagdala sa akin sa ng network marketing, starting a business, ganyan. So I think yan, and at the same time siya ang gumagawa ng structure sa amin. Kumbaga, kung sino ang maglaba, sino ang maghugas, lahat. Siya nagagawa namin mga budgeting sheets, ganyan siya lahat. So, I guess yun yung mga quirks niya na I really like, I really love.
That's nice, no?
Awesome. Grabe. This is the first time that a lot of people are actually going to learn about this from the present and the woman behind the present, di ba? Kasi syempre, ang mga nakikita lang nila kapag nanonood sila ng video ng the present sa FB or sa YouTube, it's really about tips on money, investments, ganyan, success. But here's the real deal, guys. You're getting to know Jan and Ads, of course. In real life, 'di ba? Kahit na virtual ito, pero this is it. This is yung totoong buhay nila.
Oo, diba? Sabi nga ni Rachel, 'di ba? Accountability partners. And that's the reason why, 'di ba, na parang in biblical terms or spiritual terms na parang ang man and woman talaga, they are meant to be together and to have that partnership in life, na in terms of health, in terms of the money that God is blessing us. So somehow I've heard also na ang mga babae daw, they really value security. So in terms of your relationship, the way I'm getting it from Ads, parang ang nagustuhan niya talaga kay Jan is yung sense of structure, yung security in terms of what to do, 'di ba? Yung sense of yung organization. So si Jan naman, ano naman nagustuhan mo kay Ads, 'di ba? Para fair.
First of all, like physically attractive. Obviously naman, like physically attractive ganon. For starters, and the second one is, I think in every relationship starts there, like you are attracted to a person physically, but eventually you get to know the person, nag-iba na yung mga naiisip natin. So emotionally wise, I feel supported all the time. So like especially sa amin kasi sa Chinese, and when we are surrounded, especially my brother, na more on provider yung nagiging role, responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think, and I noticed this, na in a relationship, pag hindi maganda yung support system between parties, it's not really gonna work out. Like maraming problems na nangyayari, or like hindi makapaglipad yung person because nagiging change siya because of not getting the support. So that's what I'm getting as well kay Adi in terms of support. So, with that, I want it to be, parang gusto ko siyang i-reciprocate in terms of like giving like love to her, kung ano ba yung love language niya. I think pag-usapan natin yung love language. Like adjustment as well in a relationship, especially sa na-experience namin, is it will evolve talaga. Like we don't know what will happen to us next year or 5 years from now, kung ano magiging relation. We don't have a child yet. So have a hunch na kung sakali mangyari yun, magiging iba na naman ang buhay namin. So we don't know what that's like, pero ganun yun. So throughout the evolution of the relationship, nagiging adaptable kami, and especially sa kanya, as siya, no? So like we still remember, like before when we joined the training, what happened was support lang talaga si Adi. Also the front end of the business that we also have, not just in the present but the second business that we have. So it's amazing ba na how you knew a person way back na iba siya, pero ngayon iba na rin siya, but for the better. So I think independent talaga siya na person.
Wow.
Like kumbaga kung wala ako, kaya pa rin niya mabuhay, which masakit. Pero it's good na yun nga, support and and independence sa kanya.
Awesome. You know what, Jan? We have that in common, no? Yung sinabi mo na last na kung wala ka, maka-survive pa rin si Ads. Yan din actually yung sentiment ko with Kathy. And that's one thing that I really thank God for, no? Na alam ko na with or without me, she can run the show, especially in taking care of our kids, diba? So I think yan din talaga yung parang isa sa mga success secrets ng happy marriage, no? That you actually end up finding the right partner in your relationship.
And what I got from Jan and Adi also is really complementing each other's strengths and weaknesses. So I'm sure, diba, go etong si Jan, but the emotional support, he gets it from Adi. And same way with Val and me, very extreme supporter talaga tong si Val. I don't know kung obvious ba. Ako yung very controller, no? Obvious naman sa the way things are going right now, di ba? Ako talaga nagsasalita. But you know, when there are tough times, tough decisions that I need to make, I cannot do it without Val's hindi naman approval, but really, you know, yung wisdom niya. So that's how I think
wisdom talaga.
that's how it works, no? Na complementing each other. And sabi nga ni Urban Dictionary, di ba, a power couple is really two people, two powerful people that, you know, come together and they don't pull each other down, but in fact they really help each other up to bring out the best in each other. So I think yun naman yung pinaka gusto ko dyan sa definition na yan.
Exactly. And sabi nga ni Joanna, very independent yata talaga tong si si Ads.
Friend ata ito niya, no?
Yeah. Isa pang sinabi niya, very nice partnership. Yan. Yan yung sinabi ko na perfect talaga for a relationship to really find the right partner. Of course, alam naman natin, no, na for the past how many years magkasama kayo. But as a couple na lang siguro, as a husband and wife, how do you ensure that your relationship actually stays healthy and it gets stronger every day or every moment of being together?
Yan.
Siguro si Ads ang tatanungin ko. Yan. Parang si Ads ano niyan, prime mover niyan di ba?
Pa ba kayo or wala na? Scheduled ba yan?
Kasi siya ang nag-remind sa akin na sa aming monthsary. So we have dates every month. And we do movies in the weekend.
Nice.
When we eat, we watch din mga series. So, yun lang ba?
Yeah, usually ganon. So, yeah, yung monthsary things, it has been like a tradition or ritual. And
Wow.
we do our best to celebrate kahit na hindi bongga, yung ano lang, yung usual
Kain
dinner
together,
siguro.
yeah.
Tama.
And sometimes we share it with friends, like especially nung college, which is my best friend. Ano yun, every time mag-celebrate kami for our monthsary, kasali siya. So para siyang third wheel. No? And ano pa ba? Then we also have like movie nights, or like usually happens on a Sunday. Tapos we hang out with our friends most of the time, which is a good thing for us din. Parang masaya kami if we're surrounded with different people. So we're like the first. It's kind of weird, but for them, it's like we're the dad and mom in the group.
Kasi mag-asawa. May asawa na.
Yun yung nangyari. But yeah, those are the things that we do to maintain or improve the relationship as well. Kung wala lang siguro itong COVID, hopefully makatravel lang kami.
Travel. Tama. Agree. And of course, no, being business partners as well. Paano nyo ba hinahati yung roles nyo? Kasi, syempre, you live in the same house, tapos business partners pa kayo, di ba? So, paano nyo dinidelegate yung mga roles? And parang may ano ba kayo, agreement na, uy, walang personalan ha, trabaho lang, parang ganyan, no? So, there are times na parang, anong isugo man kunin mo nga, you know, you can do that, di ba? Or may mga ganun ba? Or you have like a clear delegation of your roles sa business nyo and your finances.
Ladies first. Go.
Go ladies first.
Business-wise, siya kasi sa The Present, ako sa sa the other guy sa aming agency. So, sa The Present, alam ko na siya ang lead. So, so siya ang nag-edit ng video, siya nagagawa ng content. So ako, alam ko na nag-set-ex din kami sa each other na ang gawin ko is yung mga back-end, pag may launches ng mga courses, ako yan. Pag mag-ideas, ako yan. So, nag-discuss na kami beforehand. Minsan, ano lang siya, minsan, ano ba tawag niyan?
Meticulous.
Meticulous kasi siya masyado. So, kahit capitalizations ng mga letters, pabalik-balik ang aming revision. So, yun lang.
Booking na ta.
Booking na. Which brings us to the next, diba? To the next question. How do you resolve conflicts?
Ayan,
diba?
importante.
Nag-uusap ba kayo agad? Or 'di ba, sabi nila, wag matulog bago ma-resolve yung conflict. Unless ma-resolve yung conflict, or tinutulugan niyo muna para, hindi na masyadong emotional, and then tomorrow na kayo mag-usap. How do you go about it? Kalain ni Jan.
Kung work kasi hindi siya masyadong pinag-aawayan kasi alam namin it's different. So there's a boundary. Ang kung nag-aaway kami, hindi siya madalas na.
Yeah.
Pero kailangan niya ng space. So nagapahinga siya, nagapahinga ito. Ako kayo nasa labas lang, nagatrabaho. na siya, mawala ng kanyang init sa ulo.
Yeah, that's true. So, yun ngayon. Pero most of the time, ako yung I apologize first most of the time. Regardless if I think it's my fault or or sa kanya ba, but pero ang point lang is the relation, for me kasi the relationship is more important than what we are fighting about, kung sakali man meron. And regardless if it's business reasons or personal reasons. And I think for the past 12 years that we have been together, bihira lang talaga yung mga moments na may away na parang yung mga sobrang kadramahan. Minsan nakikita natin sa TV na parang for us it's very impractical or we cannot relate to it. We talk about it, of course. Yeah. And we do our best to not let it slide. Like, kumbaga, aabot ng next day. Unless kung 2:00 ng umaga, doon kami nagkaroon ng...
Grabe na, Jim.
So yun. And that's what we do. Pero kumbaga, we try to analyze the situation.
Facts lang.
Or facts.
Facts lang, walang personalan.
Kumbaga, walang personalan. Don't hate the person. Don't hate the person, it's the act, so yun.
Nice.
Away lang yan daw dahil sa games.
Nag-games.
Sabi ni Mau. Diba?
We're both competitive. Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes talagang pwedeng magkaroon ng tendency to be very competitive, lalo na kung halimbawa both of the parties or the couples are from that competitive yung spirit. The good thing about it is you talk it out, you assess your relationship.
Communication is still the key, no?
Yes, how you want to parang to direct the relationship. So, speaking of yung pagiging ninyo, parang somehow handling your relationship well. Itatanong ko na rin in terms of handling your financial affairs. Yan. Kasi pareho kayong business-minded, entrepreneurial, di ba? Coming from a Chinese background. Yeah. How do you do that ba? Like for example, in terms of handling money or basically keeping accounts. Kasi ito napag-usapan na namin to one time dito sa sa The Valionaire Couple na do you keep separate accounts? Joint accounts?
Or balance?
Yeah, or balance lang kayo?
Okay,
ikaw na yan.
Ako dyan.
Kay kwarta.
Okay, so sa amin is we have 4 kinds of accounts in terms of personal. So the first one is the cash flow account. And that's basically all the money that's coming in, the salaries that we get from our businesses and other side gigs na meron kami. So doon na pumapasok. And that's also the account that we also use for essential expenses, tulad ng mga pagkain, and utilities, gano'n, ng mga bagay.
Common expenses.
Yeah, so that's the cash flow account. We also have our emergency account. So ito na 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year worth of our expenses. Kasali na rin doon the payments that we are paying for insurance companies.
Wow.
We're both insured. And so
wala pang orange dyan, no?
Wala pang orange. Wala pang orange.
Ano ba yan? Okay, sige. Emergency accounts, number 2.
Is we also have our investment account. So yun yung ginagamit namin to invest in different asset classes, real estate, stock market, forex, cryptocurrencies, whatever. And pang-apat is our desire account. So dito napapasok yung mga luho, no? Let's say plants. So, yan. Plantito, plantita, ayan. So
nice.
sa mga plans, especially nung pandemic. Mga, para sa ko, I really don't get it. That's, sige lang, go. So those are the 4 accounts that we have. And ako usually ang nagmamanage ng finances. But regardless of what my tactics or strategies, she knows.
Wow.
Pina-communicate ko sa kanya. Like, I tell her, okay, ito yung...
Every Monday, nag-chat siya how much ang laman namin pera.
Yeah. Yeah, per bank account, per account.
Accounting, ha?
So, parang every week, it's like a routine sa amin or sa akin personally to check what's happening to the finances. It also happens in our businesses. So even our business partners, yung second business namin kasi it's not a partnership, it's a corporation. And alam din nila kung what's happening, what's our cash inflow, cash outflow, lahat ng ganun. And yeah, that's what we do in terms of financial management.
Ang galing kasi meron talagang check and balance. You check it weekly. Meron din kayong hindi siguro money talk but really parang updating na parang this is the balance of our accounts and etc. etc. So very helpful. I'm sure some of the couples or kahit hindi mga couples dyan, mga singles out there, it's very important to check your accounts. Hindi lang to see kung may pumasok ba, but really just being parang giving attention to it, 'di ba? Kasi the more you give attention daw to something or someone, mas lumalago siya. I don't know if that's something also that you adhere to, but I also sa amin namang dalawa, ako yung nagki-keep ng mga passwords ng mga online banking, mga
Pero may copy kami niya.
And I do weekly also checks because our income also comes in weekly. So I tell him na, you know what, may pumasok na ganito, ganyan. So I also tell him about that, and even our mga donations, charities, mga ganito, ganyan. All of it, I also tell it to him. No? So at least...
Chief Financial Officer of the household, and the COO and the CEO.
So may mga ganong roles to play, 'di ba, between couples. Ayan. So guys, ngayon napag-uusapan naman natin yung money, 'di ba? And na-mention nga natin na parang hindi na tayo mag-uusap about age, but in terms of your Chinese background, nagkaroon ba ng issue or parang was it a concern sa family ninyong dalawa na unahin ba ang kasal o magnegosyo first, or unahin ba ang negosyo bago magbahay, mga ganon. So can you share with us ano ba ang mindset niyo regarding those topics, kasi ang topic nga natin, 'di ba, is love and money. Go ahead, guys.
Well, yung ideal situation na sinasabi ng, my mom, if you're watching this, hopefully you're not watching.
Uy, hello po daw, sabi ng mommy mo. Ay, joke lang. Hindi pala.
Lisa James, Tony.
No. Yeah.
So, yung mindset kasi sa amin is as much as possible, yun nga, yung the traditional way is to merong munang bahay para kung sakali na kami, that's the place that we're gonna live in, ganon. And so yun yung gusto niya mangyari, no? And had a business, but as of now she is an employee of her brother's business. So somehow meron siyang entrepreneurial spirit, but at the same time she's also an employee. So yun yung naging ground. And sa akin personally, especially when I got myself into the finance space or naging interested ako noon, when I found out or it really made practical sense or logical sense na when we have a house, let's say kung unahin namin yung bahay, what ends up happening is that we're gonna spend a lot of money compared to the money that's coming in, based on let's say, magbayad kami nito, ng utility, mga construction ng bahay, ganon. And we were employees back then. So, from that, mathematically, kulang or
Tama.
perspective. Kung pipilitin naman namin yun, baka 35 na or 40 years old pa kami bago magkasal. From that,
yeah.
And, yung napansin din namin is we work better if we're together, like both physically and emotionally. Like before, emotionally we're together, but physically we're not really together because she's living in her mom's house. Ako naman, hindi kami nag-live in and gano'n ng mga bagay. So, decided to, here's the truth also, and one of the amazing things that happened is when we got married, so ang nangyari noon is we rented a house and doon kami tumira. And because of it, since we're always together, like literally na ngayon, physically, mas maraming blessings financially na
Yep.
So, I don't know why, pero that's maybe ikaw.
You want to add, Ads?
I think hindi naman siya choice talaga nung yung before kami kinasal kasi we had to rush the wedding because of the pamahiin ng Chinese. When his grandma died, within 100 days you have to get married. So within 100 days, doon na kami nag-start nag-ipon.
Yes.
Talaga.
Yeah, so in 100 days, we gathered enough money to get married. Yeah, so doon na kami nag-start ng mga budgeting spreadsheets and all. Hanap ng mga suppliers. So,
grabe.
I think yun lang ang mahirap nun sa 3 months. Hindi masyado issue ang bahay or business.
The original plan kasi was to get married within a year. So yung nag-propose sa kanya December 2018. It was December 2018. So mga December 2019 dun pa. So what happened was my grandma
fast track.
Tapos yung belief, no? Ito yung mga belief na for me personally, I don't really believe in this, but I just respect my parents. Tama. Ito yung, well, their beliefs. Tapos ayaw ko makipag-argue with them. So there were 2 options. The first option was to get married within 100 days from the day of marriage. That's the first option. The second option was to get married after 2 years.
Ay, ang tagal.
Okay. After 2 years. Kaya, yun, we decided, sige, let's find a way to get married within 100 days and fast track lahat. So, yun.
Diba? So, thank you, Ama. Ama ba? In Chinese, no? So, baka, talaga, gusto niya talaga na you get married na para, diba, get on with the life together, diba? And agree ako dyan sa sinabi mo dyan na parang it's really a decision to do business together na single pa kayo and doing business together as a couple. And sinabi mo nga, diba, na the more na na-bless kayo, the more na pumasok yung abundance when you were together. So kami din ni Val, when we started, we didn't have anything, no? Parang wala kaming capitalization, and basta we started from nothing. But we truly believe that when we got married, we will build our lives together. And that's how it really happened. So, agree kami dyan sa, sa philosophy. Tama ba?
Yeah. Of course, it comes with the blessing naman talaga, no? Na if you are with the right partner in life, definitely whatever it is that you do, kung halimbawa, sa Bisaya pa, di ba, nagkasinabot mo, you understand each other, you know your strategies, your techniques. Sabi nga ni Joanna dito, it was very strategic for you to do that. Total, ginagawa nyo na rin naman before, di ba? You've been working together, might as well formalize it. And it also comes with the blessing. Spiritually, being together, naging one kayo in terms of your creativity, probably in terms of the effort that you're putting into the business. That's why blessing also easily comes in na rin.
Ayan. Diba?
So, sige, speaking of of course, money pa rin naman yung pinag-usapan natin. Siguro last question na lang ito about money. No?
Uy, 40 minutes na pala nakalipas.
Ang bilis
Grabe.
lumipas ng oras, no?
Diba?
So what is the biggest investment so far that you did as a couple na? Or kahit na siguro nung mag-boyfriend, girlfriend pa kayo, meron ba?
Investment, like financial investment or
anything na pinag-investan ninyo talaga?
Okay.
That you would consider your biggest so far?
Sige, ikaw muna. I have an answer, pero ikaw muna.
Siguro kung personal man siya, it was trainings. Yung was expensive. And then online trainings, then we join different programs then to start our business. Tapos, kung financial-wise, ano ba?
Marami.
Condo.
Real estate, yeah.
Real estate.
Yeah, pero actually, in terms of, sige, I'll angle it in two ways, so financially and like relationship-wise. Sa relationship, I think the biggest investment is yung training rin. Malaking tulong talaga yun, like, in terms of maturity, mas mabilis yung maturity. Number two is the fact that we understand each other, comprehend each other na okay, ito pala yung kanyang strengths, yung mga weaknesses, and it changes over time. Like when I got my first training dun sa Discovery, I was a supporter and now I'm an analyst or analyst. It changes.
Nag-change.
Based on like yung like evolution of the relationship.
Right.
So, and mga experiences, no? Tulad ng mga, let's say, staycation in an Airbnb or like a hotel, or we go to a beach ba, or like when we go elsewhere, ganon. Malaking help siya kasi we're going through the journey together first time.
Yes.
And since first time siya, parang kaming dalawa ignorante. So that's in terms of relationship. Financially wise, business, both the business that we have, obvious yung investment kasi na nilagay namin doon is more on effort. Service business to begin with. Meron namang capitalization, pero it's coming from savings, coming from the down payments that we get from the clients.
Yeah.
And ganun siya. So nagiging good investment siya because our efforts, our skills, and what it is that we provide, nangyari is it produces a lot of revenue.
Yeah.
And therefore, from that first investment, nagkaroon kami ng mga other investments like stocks, VUL, or mga cryptocurrencies, gano'n.
Yes.
And yeah, so yun yung mga big mga investments.
Wow, awesome, Jan, no? Siguro that's one thing in common for people who are actually exposed to personal mastery and leadership courses, di ba? Na automatic yan talaga yung sinasabi ng biggest investments na ginagawa.
Growing yourself, no?
Growing yourself, di ba? And we have, of course, our life coach to thank for that. Si
Hello,
Coach
Ras.
Susan.
Ayan.
Tatlo na yung mga nakakausap namin dito sa FOURSOME na talagang sinasabi nila that one of the biggest investments that they actually bought for themselves is really the investment of growing themselves, allowing themselves to experience yung sinasabi mo na mga specific incidents like checking in on hotels na hindi nyo pa talaga napuntahan, na check-inan, o kaya mga lugar, staycation na hindi nyo pa na-experience. Because it expands our consciousness. That's why it's easier to receive and to be open to whatever abundance in whatever form or way na darating sa atin because expanded na yung consciousness. So, very inspiring.
All right. So thank you for that, Jan. No? So last and final question. If there is one advice you can give to couples, no, and young couples like you, ano yung pinaka advice nyo in terms of money and relationship? Ayan. Go, Jan.
Sige, boys first. For me, yung line that we say or nakita natin sa TV about getting married, yung line na sa hirap at ginhawa tayo yung magsasama. Yung statement na yun, hindi sa like, for some kasi nangyayari is sa ginhawa naa sila, pero sa hirap ikaw mag-isa. So ana ang thinking sa uban. So for me, it should be together. So in our case, I would say that we had our fair share of like the struggles that we went through, especially when we got into the network. Yung network marketing space talaga napakalaking help yun. Like when we were doing it during college, tapos I can only do the business part-time, which is usually on a weekend. We went to like Samal because the group was there, and we like nagsakay kami ng jeep to go to the Pantalan, tapos mo barge pa dito. So dito naman experience mo bayad ay mig-Gs, tapos nagdalamig mga kits, nagdalamig mga starter pack.
OMG!
pag-abot dito sa tabok, ang nahulog kay nagsakay mi og motor. Nagsakay mig motor, so ni angkas sa dito, ni angkas ko dito. We went there, like that specific experience ba, like when we started it out, nangyari yun siya lahat. For us, we consider it not to be really hard, pero the fact that you are willing to go through the process together with the person, it means he or she, in this case, it's not with you because of what you have. He or she is with you because of who you are and what you want to be, what you aspire to become, ganun ba? And alone is a really huge indicator rin sa akin na part na, okay, murag, na mag-iuban relationship, di ba? Sad to say na murag, naalang siya diha, pag okay ang tanan. Pero pag wala, nahulog kay, asa man ka?
Yes.
So when that happened, and then even up to the transitions that we had when we started working together in the same company, tapos when I left the company, I was working with my uncle. Grabe po so dito in terms of work. So tapos nag-start my business, and which is, I would say, our lives right now is way better compared to how it was. Pero it wouldn't have been possible if we didn't also experience what happened in the past. So from that perspective, it's really important na when you are in a relationship, it's also good to understand that what can you give to the person, not what you get as from relationship. Parang business pa rin, what can you give to your clients and not just what you get. So it's the same thing with your wife or with your husband or soon to be, na you think na what can you do better for her. In return, nagiging benefit din siya for the both of you.
Win-win.
So win-win siya. So that's my take on it. How about, I don't know.
You want to add anything, Ads?
I think it's about first understanding yourself, kung ano ang gusto mo in life, and being independent on your own self before diving into a relationship. And then pag you're in a relationship na it's really important na you talk about everything beforehand bago mapasubo sa mga stuff, and being able to forecast yung mga future problems na that might arise, kumbaga. So it's more on like self-awareness and adapting sa person na yun along the way. So it's you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jan and Adeline Ocampo, for being so game, no, with all the questions and mga interviews natin. Now, last part.
Exciting na ito.
Exciting.
Diba?
Exciting.
Sabi nga ni Ninong Princess,
Pera ba
daw. Yeah, actually, ito yung segment na to cap the FOURSOME session natin.
Yes.
Ito yung ating fast talk.
Fast talk. All right. So, meron kaming mga popsicle sticks here. If you've watched our TikTok, meron tayong game night doon na session, no, episode. Let's do fast talk. So we'll say 2 words and you just have to choose between the 2. All right? Game na ba kayo? Top of mind lang ito. Top of mind lang. So, all right. Lutong bahay or food delivery?
Food delivery.
Morning or nighttime?
Nighttime.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
K-drama or Western?
Western.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
Slow or fast?
Fast.
Rubber or leather?
Rubber.
Ano yan?
Lights on, lights off.
Lights off.
Top or bottom?
On.
Top or bottom? Ay,
Top.
City or probinsya?
City.
The present or the future?
The present. Definitely.
Lastly, love or money?
Love.
Pwede bang both? Kayo talaga. Alright, so thank you once again. At this point, I'll just allow you to just plug also your business, your page, whatever it is, so that people out there would also know the value that you're sharing to the world. Go ahead, Jan and Adeline.
So, okay. So we currently have two businesses. The first one is the present, which is more into educating people about business, finance, and life-related matters. You can check us out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. We consistently put out content regarding those three topics.
Mhm.
And sa TOG naman, which is our second business, it
Yeah.
is a corporation. It's a digital marketing agency. And we serve clients here in our city, and we also have clients abroad. And
Wow.
yeah, so if in case kung sakali lang you're interested about doing digital marketing for your businesses, then also one of the things that we do.
All right. Thank you so much once again, Jan and Adi. God bless sa mga endeavors ninyo, mga businesses ninyo. And I'm sure we'll find a way to collaborate once again in the future. We really appreciate this time. And I'm sure our audience also were able to get a lot of value from you guys. Mabuhay, Mr. and Mrs. Ocampo.
Continue adding value to people and of course living a blessed life together.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So guys, maraming salamat for staying with us. Thank you. And hopefully marami kayong natutunan, of course, with our guest, power couple. Of course, next time we will be inviting another power couple to share naman their experiences about love, money, and life purpose. Diba? So once again, this is Val.
And this is Kathy. And
we're the Valunaire couple. Value your life.
Live in abundance. Have a great weekend.
God bless you all.